Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. VeChain, yeah, also coming back into the target area. We talked about that we still expect lower prices for VeChain. It's currently playing out. We expected these lower prices. Still, though, it is always a strange feeling when it eventually plays out. That what we have been waiting for months, since end of November when we talked about these price levels down here. We are still quite far away from the low that we made here end of February, which is a good sign. Some cryptos are already making a lower low, which is not a good sign. VeChain, I'm not concerned at the moment. Some people have asked me because I raised some concerns about some cryptocurrencies that are getting dangerously low to their or close to their 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level, which is basically like the last resort in many cases for the bulls. If you drop below that, typically that means that the coin can drop much further, or the asset. It could be a stock as well, stocks and shares. If they drop for a longer period below the 88.7% Fib level, this is often indicating then that there is a much more downside potential. Now here in the case of VeChain, we have a completely different wave structure. I raised that concern with XRP, by the way, earlier today. With VeChain, we have a different wave structure, and I am not concerned, at least not at the moment. Let me just draw that here quickly. We can see that here we are still quite far away from the 3.3 cent level. That is the 88.7% Fibonacci level. The problem with, and that is, by the way, how much is that? That would be a drop of another 30%, 31%. The problem that I have with XRP is that in 2018 it made that huge pump to $3 and more, and it then in the last bull run didn't make a new all-time high. Well, VeChain made an all-time high in April. So that is not a problem then, because for VeChain, for XRP, we had potentially the impulse here in 2018, and the high from April could just have been a wave. Well, we then made the wave A, the high wave B, and the low wave C, which for XRP would indicate a below 11 cent level. Again, I explained it all in the XRP video. VeChain doesn't necessarily have this problem because we're already considering this as an A, B, C, and we have already dropped below the low of the wave A. Downside potential, it's looking like a normal correction to me, this one. Absolutely, and we should find some support at 3.3 cents. Should we drop that, I've got a few, should we drop below that, I've got a few additional support levels here on the chart, where we've got here the, I think, 2.5 cents or 2.3 cents, but we'll talk more about these should we really drop below 3.3 cents, which at the moment I do not see, at least not yet. What I can tell you that we're not back in an uptrend, yeah. So at the moment, next critical level for VeChain that it should hold ideally is here the 4.4 cent level. And then after that, we've got 3.9 cents. We came to that as well. And then we could even see the 3.3 cents. That would not be unrealistic. I hope for now that we're going to hold here, the 4.4 cent level. That would be decent, that would be good. From here we could then start another opportunity to move up, or have another opportunity to move up. But yeah, there is still more downside potential, but also still more space that VeChain has, yeah. And in the very worst case, it could drop to the low here, which is, yeah, pretty much here. We've got here one at pretty much 1 cent, and we've got support here around 1.3 cents. Here 2.2, 2.3, so there is some support along the way. Ideally, we wanna reverse in this target area here. That's what we hope for. Yeah. So far the chart is looking good, so I don't have concerns about VeChain at the moment, as I have for some other altcoins, but I raised them already. For VeChain, everything looks normal, everything looks as expected. No surprises. We talked about those lower prices. VeChain is holding fairly well here in the current dip. Some cryptos lost 15%, 20% on the weekend. VeChain hasn't. VeChain is holding fairly well. In the next move up, what can we expect? It seems to be distant now. It seems to be quite distant, but let's assume that we are going to finish the correction in the yellow target area. Some people said I should always talk about the next wave up and target levels, and I don't do that. But what you shouldn't do, and I'll get to that in a minute. No, I'll get to that in a minute. So let's say we have this as a wave 1. Yeah, this will be the wave 2 low. Maybe we get to 3.3 cents. What will be the next target level for the next major wave up? That would be a wave 3. If the market uses this opportunity to turn around, then we will get in a wave 3 at least to 48 cents. This is pretty much a 10x from now. That is the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. That is the minimum level for the next major wave up. To do so, however, the price first would need to raise above 10.2 cents and also for further confirmation above 18.7 cents. Then we can be much more certain that we are back in an uptrend. What else? Because a lot of people always ask, what is the coin, my favorite coin, or my coin where I think it's going to have the most upside potential. Now, I do talk about these levels, but what you shouldn't do, and this is what I generally believe, is you should not invest just in one crypto or try to maximize on that altcoin, which is going to outperform the others, because we are here in I would call it a bear market, in which we currently already are, in which we have been for a long period. That's my personal view. I think we have been in a correction since for a year. Yeah. I wouldn't maybe not right term to call it a bear market, a 1 year bear market, but we have been in a correction for over a year. And we are getting now to a stage where we are close to a capitulation, and that capitulation, some coins might just not survive. Yeah, which coins that will be, I don't know. Nobody knows. Yeah, therefore crypto is risky, and there are a lot of shitty projects out there anyway. It's important to spread the risk. That is what I do. That is why I hold fairly many crypto coins. And however, I spread the risk, and I have invested less into lower market cap cryptos. So I don't tend to go into that one crypto that I think is going to do super well. I try to spread my risk, because if 2 or 3 of these coins will die, which could be the case, but I only have 2 or 3% of my portfolio in each of them, then the other 10 or whatever, they are going to definitely recoup all these losses plus make me juicy returns. Yeah, so that is personally what I do. I don't really care if one coin might make 10x, the other might make 12x, maybe one makes 20x. If it's more risky, I try to spread my risk. That is just my personal strategy here. But hopefully that cleared things up a little bit about VeChain. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.